hanging on to his daddy, Joe Shut.
It was good. I'm waiting till everybody joins.
If I had to use one word to describe my experience at Harvard Business School online, it would be
Everybody, take a three-pointer, okay? So, Joseph, what do you want to do today?
I don't know, dude. Do you want to play a board game?
Sure, but
All I have is sorry.
oh,
Yeah, sorry.
it's alright, dude.
Guys, me and Timmy just had a great idea that'll make us rich.
The entire history of the NFL in one video. Let's get right into it, baby.
Did you know the NFL used to look like this? The field used to be this small, or the
No
players
way.
didn't use helmets. Much has changed throughout the years.
What?
So, how did we get here? Well, it all started back in 1892, when the sport was stolen.
18. All right, listen, I'm not going to do a lot of pausing, but I just got to say 1892, bro. Big shout out to Andrew, too, my guy, for telling me to react to this, man. My little man right there. It's my dog. Love you, bro.
England made up this crazy game called rugby, using this field and this ball. So Americans just took everything and called it football. The only difference was they made football extremely deadly, because while they both didn't wear any helmets or pads, instead of tackling, football players would fist fight, bite each other's ears off, or even gouge each other's eyes out. It was so bad that by 1906, over 100 people had died from playing football.
Bro, what? Are you telling me back in the day they was getting active like that? Throwing hands and freaking fighting each other and poking each other's eyeballs out to the point where people was dying and rock? Can we bring it back to those days? Joking, bro. Nah, that's actually crazy though, bro. 100 people died from playing football. That's insane, bro. Go in the comments. When's the last time somebody has died from playing football? I don't think it even happened in like the last 20, 30 years, bro. So the fact that 100 people died in 1892 from football, it's kind of crazy, bro.
And thousands of others became disabled. But in 1920, football became a game instead of a crime, when a player named Jim Thornton formed the first ever pro football league, and finally introduced some rules which stopped players from dying so much. They got some shoulder pads and leather helmets, told everyone to stop fist fighting, and legalized passing the ball. So now that things were official, they decided to name the league, calling it the American Professional Football Association, or APFA. Yeah, the name was booty. So 2 years later they changed it, and in 1922, the world was finally blessed with the NFL.
Okay.
Now, there's 14 chapters in the NFL's history. And next up, we got 1922, an era where the league was terrible. There was no Super Bowl, no game schedule. I mean, teams would literally play whenever they want. And when it comes to players, the pay was so bad, it wasn't a full-time gig. So the league was filled with milkmen and coal miners in jerseys. And let's just say that you were a fan that could look past all of that. Were you really going to support the Columbus Panhandles, the Moline Universal Tractors, or whatever the hell this is?
Bro, these team names are ugly, and these logos, what the freak, is that a dog or a human or a cat or a freaking donkey, bro? I can't tell the difference, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, bro, that's crazy, bro. That name was trash. I'm glad they changed it to the NFL. So wait, so you're telling me in 1922, if I wanted to play in the NFL, I could, because you said that literally anybody could make it, bro, even Milkman and Paper Boys. Okay, almost, you know.
Yeah, those were real NFL teams. It was impossible to be a fan, and the NFL knew it too, because the league just wasn't growing. Over the next 20 years, it was only got
logos.
worse. I mean, 14 different teams went bankrupt, and those that did survive had to take out loans to pay their players. Plus, the NFL wasn't even the best football league. College football was literally 20 times more popular. It was looking like the beginning of the end.
Okay, chapter 3, chapter 3.
In 1949, the NFL came up with a genius solution, implementing 3 key changes that no other league had at the time. They added set game schedules, started televising games, and to help with reducing injuries, the NFL introduced plastic helmets.
The inventor sure has faith in his helmet. He's going to try it out himself.
No way. Wait.
Now watch him take it.
Bro, what kind of commercial is this? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This is the #1 commercial I've ever seen in my life. They took a guy, put him in a suit, put the damn helmet on his head, told him to lay on the ground, and let an NFL kicker kick him in the head, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's equivalent to saying, hey, I got this new bulletproof vest, putting it on somebody, putting him in front of TV, having a gun, aiming at him, and saying, listen, guys, we're gonna test this bulletproof vest. Wow, on national TV, bro. That is actually crazy, bro. No way. I gotta rewind that. That's so random. And look at the guy. Whoa. Take a look at his hair, guys. Listen, he has a lot of hair. That's why it didn't hurt. He has a lot of padding, bro. If he was bald-headed, that definitely would have hurt. I ain't gonna lie. This is a false advertisement, bro. I'm suing. Facts.
Plastic helmets.
The inventor sure has faith in his helmet, for he's going to try it out himself.
Look.
Feeding a high-quality dog food doesn't have to cost a whole lot. For about $1 a day, you can give your dog the Blue Buffalo food they deserve.
Anybody want to join? Like the fantasy? Anybody?
Real meat first, healthy ingredients, natural nutrition. Try Blue Life Protection Formula today.
Now watch him take it. Running old beat.
Oh,
Along with some new teams like the
no.
Colts,
He kicked him
Browns, and
twice?
49ers. And all these changes worked because the 1958 NFL Championship had become the most watched sporting event in TV history. See, the 2 biggest teams in the league, the New York Giants and Baltimore Colts, facing on. And after going back and forth all game, the 2 teams went into the first ever sudden death overtime. So everyone and their mom tuned in. I'm talking 45 million people. Literally 9 times more than the year before. And after the Colts took home the W, it became forever nicknamed the greatest game ever played.
Bro, you telling me the Giants went into the first ever overtime and lost the first ever overtime game ever?
In the 1960s, a rival league was formed called the AFL, which introduced teams like the Texans, Chargers, Bills, Raiders, and Patriots. And their owners were way more rich and way more greedy, so they were trying to take the NFL down by any means necessary, like stealing their players, nabbing their TV contracts. They even paid players so much that the NFL couldn't afford to stay in business. So the NFL had no choice but to play dirty back by stealing the AFL star players, like Pete Gogolak. But after 7 years of back and forth, it became clear nobody was winning. So to avoid bankruptcy, the 2 decided to merge and become one league, called the NFL.
That's so cool.
Again. Now, we've got 9 more chapters about the NFL's history coming up, and that's not all. We'll talk about the future, too, because the NFL will be implementing artificial intelligence that predicts plays before they even happen. And the league wants to replace refs with AI. Yeah, the NFL's changing a lot. But if you want to make a change, too, you should check out today's sponsor, BetterHelp.
No. Shout out to BetterHelp, you know what I'm saying, because I like what they do for mental health, but I'm not being paid for this sponsorship, so I will be skimming this, my boy. I am not being paid. Talk to my management, long haul management. Shout out my guy, Jeff.
Now, in 1972, one of the most controversial moments in NFL history would happen during the final play of a 1972 AFC playoff game. Steelers quarterback threw the ball. It bounced off a player's helmet. And not only that, it somehow fell into another player's hands. And the Steelers scored the game-winning touchdown. This play was so incredible, it became forever known as the Immaculate Reception. But here's the problem. Back then, once the ball left a quarterback's hands, an offensive player could not catch a pass that had been touched by another offensive player, unless a defensive player had touched the ball. But when you watch the tape back, it's impossible to tell if a defensive player ever actually touched the ball. So this instantly sparked outrage, with Raiders players and fans saying that catch should not have counted.
When a guy It's the New England Patriots, now on the clock. The New England Patriots are now on the clock. Next up, the Patriots are on the clock. On the clock now, the New England Patriots. It's the New England Patriots, now on the clock. The New England Patriots are now on the clock. Next up, the Patriots are on the clock. On the clock now, the New England Patriots. It's the New England Patriots, now on the clock.
This is the player card. Here are our players. This player has a zone ability. This